Guess who else hasn't been left out of all this? Oprah. Yeah, she always seems to be in the picture when an abuser or sex trafficker is outed. Why I'll ever notice that?
So I'm just gonna get straight to it because I know everyone like the Kardashians. Everyone's leaking tapes. Government's letting people know some things that are on tapes, but Kris Jenner has been on audio tapes. But this what they got Kim for? Hold on, y'all watch this.
Are closing in on Kim Kardashian. The FBI investigation, initially a tremor threatening her carefully constructed image, has morphed into a full-blown earthquake threatening to engulf her entire empire. Leaked information paints a picture of a woman who allegedly used a seductive facade to mask a ruthless ambition, wielding stolen documents and secrets like weapons. Kim Kardashian has found herself at the center of a sensational scandal, with federal authorities uncovering a shocking plot allegedly orchestrated by the reality TV star. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has disclosed disturbing details, accusing Kardashian of a scheme involving drugging high-profile men in order to...
Yes, you heard that right. Kim Kardashian is caught in a plot of drugging high professional men, okay, for documents and other blackmail. But it keeps going.
Kardashian of a scheme involving drugging high-profile men in order to pilfer crucial documents for personal enrichment and blackmail purposes. The saga unfolded when federal agents executed a dramatic raid on the residence of music mogul Diddy, revealing a cache of incriminating video footage. This footage purportedly captures Kardashian engaged in activities that have sent shockwaves through the entertainment and legal worlds alike. In a turn of events that has both stunned and captivated the public, the FBI claims that Kardashian, known for her glamorous image and celebrity status, was not only involved in the theft of vital information, but also used it as leverage to further her own interests. The gravity of these allegations has sent ripples through Hollywood, where Kardashian has long been a prominent figure. The revelation of these purported misdeeds has not only tarnished Kardashian's once impeccable public persona, but has also raised questions about the lengths to which some may go in pursuit of power and wealth.
It's a it's a rap. It's a rap. Like, everybody's going. Watch how quick they take down this before they even took down Trump, who has 67 pending felonies. That's another conversation. But this, I know y'all been waiting for the Kardashians. Like, there's a shoot. Kris Jenner is caught on audio tapes. That woman is diabolical on the tapes. If I'm not even going to throw it out there because it's alleged. But from the transcripts, y'all grab your popcorn. Keep watching this with me. Follow.
I bet Corey told Kim Diddy was gonna get raided, so she tipped Diddy off and unfollowed him in a pathetic attempt to save face. You might be right. We're definitely onto something. Something I think is crazy, though, is how people know that Kim unfollowed Diddy the day before the raids. How did y'all peep that? The people on this app be on it. Were y'all, like, looking at her followers every day to see if she was following Diddy, and then the day before the raids, you saw that she wasn't following Diddy anymore? Like, how did y'all piece that together? Not you commenting this, but, like, just people in general. Who found that out? How do they know that Kim unfollowed him the day before the raid? That's what I need to know. Some of y'all really be on it on here.
Oprah has the worst luck with her friends. Cedric, what I think is most important is that, being so famous, he doesn't really have time for himself. So I'm looking to give him a part of his life back, where he can actually relax and take some time to be with the family. Like that.
Oprah has the worst luck with her friends.
Cedric? What I think is most important is that being that he is so famous, he doesn't really have time for himself. So I'm looking to give him a part of his life back where he actually relax and take some time to be with the family.
It's been revealed that Diddy is linked to Epstein and Maxwell. And get this, Diddy is like 10 times bigger than Epstein. This guy's got judges, ministers, politicians, corporate executives, heads of state, sports figures, princes, you name it. Now, word is he's about to bring the whole temple down. Public arrests are coming.
Guys, I just came off of Tisa Tells Live. So everything I'm about to tell you, I got from Tisa Tells. And she said when this all goes down to make sure y'all give her her flowers. If you look right there, it says federal indictment. Now, if you know anything, Tisa is very diligent when it comes to her research. Tisa was the one screaming from Mount Everest that Diddy was facing RICO charges. And what is Diddy facing? Okay. So if I'm here in front of you with this tea from Tisa, it's about to go down. Tisa says she has several sources, and the news media is on high alert because they're about to put Diddy in them silver bracelets. So here it go. The grand jury has been put together. According to Tisa, at least one of Diddy's FO victims has testified in front of the grand jury. There will be a federal trial. So here is where it's getting dangerous. Guess who's going after him? The Southern District of New York. I don't know anything about these people, they don't play. The Southern District of New York also boasts a shockingly high conviction rate across the board. Over 95% of all criminal cases result in a plea of guilty. Guys, Diddy's arrest is imminent. So it's within 30 days, according to Tisa's sources, or in the least amount of time, 10 days. So allegedly, he's supposed to be indicted on X and rug trafficking charges and wire fraud. Tisa even alleges that he was laundering money for, how she said it, the cartel? The CARTEL people. She also said it's been 10 years of collecting evidence in the making. And I did hear that somewhere before, that it's been 10 years. So Diddy's been on the radar. They just didn't have nobody saying anything. But when Cassie came out, Tisa also brought up a very good point. She said that the people that are not speaking out is because there's 250 cameras that was in Diddy's house. Trust and believe me, people are covering their hides, and some of these people probably gonna try to throw Diddy to the wolves. You have one job.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Peggy D. Listen, I just got something to say real quick. For all of you podcasters out there talking about Diddy and all that kind of stuff, all of a sudden it's become important for you to do that. Me, I'm an industry professional. I've been in this industry for over 20 years. I've been talking about Diddy for a long time, but all of a sudden, because now he's being raided, you all are talking about it because you want clicks and you want advertisers and all of that. What I have to say to you all, fuck you. Because this guy's been doing this for a long time, and there's only a handful of us out here that's really been saying this, and it's been ignored. It's been ignored. He is part of the whole Epstein thing. This stuff is not going to end. It's just beginning. So I'm seeing all the podcasters, Diddy this, Diddy that, and all that. You never did that shit before. I'm authentic. I've been doing this shit for a while. So all the stuff I've been saying is coming true. Why? Because I'm in it. I know people, and I put myself at risk. I'm the one at risk. Y'all not in entertainment business. I am. Okay? And so I just wanted to just say this because all of a sudden I'm seeing all these stories and all that kind of stuff. You know, you go to hell. Go to hell. You're not real patriots. You're just out there putting podcasts out because you need to make some money and you want to get advertising dollars. Put the truth out. Stay with the truth. Be authentic. Okay? Put your ass at risk, because there's some of us out here that are really putting ourselves at risk to put out the truth. And my sources are in the industry. Okay? And some things I cannot say because I'm putting myself too at risk. But I say what I can. I say what I can when I can. But for all you fakes out there, I'm just calling your ass out. Peace.
If why all think about it, with everything that's happened and what we all learned, they are obviously covering up for the higher-ups. I mean, somebody had to be the fall guy for that to happen. But I don't see Diddy going down without dragging a lot of other people with him. So, I'm going to say it right here, right now, baby, and why all can come back to this whenever you need to.
Diddy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy things that's going on with this story, Diddy, right? I mean, a lot of people are calling him the Epstein of the music, the Hollywood world.
we don't know what that means.
Okay, I've collected my thoughts. I've done a lot of research, and we have to talk about Corey Gamble. Corey Gamble is surrounded by so much controversy and mystery. I think we should go back to the very beginning, because truly, who is Corey Gamble and how did he become so closely associated with figures such as Jeff Bezos, the Kardashian Empire, Rock Nation, and of course, P. Diddy? As always, let's go back to the very beginning. Corey Gamble was born on November 10th of 1980 in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta is where he would grow up and spend the majority of his childhood and early adulthood as well. Corey attended Westlake High School in Atlanta, where he would nickname himself Mr. Dependable, and he was the captain of his football team. Corey found himself often being praised by school faculty and staff for being able to manage a rigorous schedule, being the captain of the football team, while also managing to keep good grades in school. After graduating from high school in 1999, Corey attended Morehouse College, where he pursued and received his business degree. After graduating from college, Corey Gamble would date Sheree Buchanan, who is the ex-wife of Atlanta Falcons player Ray Buchanan. Sheree Buchanan also appeared on the reality TV show Atlanta Exes, as well as The Amazing Race. Corey and Sheree dated from about 2007 to 2010, and according to Sheree, things ended very violently and dangerously as she had to take out a restraining order against Corey Gamble for stalking her after she broke things off with Corey. And there is court documentation to prove that in 2010, a restraining order was granted against Corey Gamble to protect Sheree Buchanan. Something I found very interesting about this dynamic, this relationship, was that similar to his current relationship with Kris Jenner, is that Sheree is about 10 years older than Corey Gamble, and as we know now, Corey Gamble is in a long-term relationship with Kris Jenner, who is 25 years older than him, so he must have a thing for older women, I guess. One thing that I do want to mention before we continue on our confirmed factual timeline is a tip that I received that definitely falls into the realm of speculation, but I found it very interesting and wanted to share with you guys under the pretenses that this is just speculation. I've received numerous tips that all are very, very similar, and these tips came from individuals who have claimed to be familiar or know Corey Gamble from when he still lived and worked in Atlanta. Corey was once a performer in the adult film industry. Multiple people came to me sharing this information and that they had seen him while they were working on certain sets, and obviously I am not going to share their identity for their own protection. I have no idea the genre that he may have been working in, and as much as I love information, that is not a rabbit hole that I want to go down. Again, this is just alleged. I do want to get back to our more factual, provable timeline, but I did want to mention that simply because so many people message me saying this exact same sentiment. I'm not willing to do the research to confirm whether or not that speculation checks out or not. It was towards the mid to late 2010s when Corey stopped really splitting his time between Atlanta and California and was really starting to make moves in California, Los Angeles. Let's talk about some of Corey's friendships and connections that have ultimately led him to being somewhat of a patriarchal figure in the Kardashian empire. One of the more notable and important friendships we'll mention in this series is Corey Gamble's friendship with P. Diddy. Now, I cannot confirm the origins of how P. Diddy and Corey Gamble became such close friends. Upon further investigation, I did discover that Farnsworth Bentley, who worked as P. Diddy's butler, his personal valet, really his personal assistant for a number of years, was enrolled in Morehouse College at the same time that Corey Gamble was enrolled in Morehouse College. I wonder if that connection at Morehouse eventually led to Corey Gamble meeting P. Diddy through Farnsworth Bentley, but obviously we can't confirm this. This is just speculation. Corey Gamble has been close with P. Diddy publicly since at least the mid-2000s to the late 2000s. Dozens of photographs on the internet of Corey Gamble with P. Diddy and his young children that were taken years and years ago. Corey has stated on multiple occasions that he helped raise P. Diddy's children and had a brother-sister-like friendship with Kim Porter, P. Diddy's now deceased ex. We talked about in earlier videos, Corey Gamble was even on the scene when coroners arrived to retrieve Kim Porter's lifeless body out of her home. It really does seem like Corey Gamble has more than just a friendship with P. Diddy and his family. It definitely seems to be more of a familial bond. I also found photos of Corey Gamble with Ludacris, Shaq, and Michael Jordan that go all the way back to 2001, and it seems that they had a very close friendship and would often be traveling on private jets together. I could not confirm the origins of these friendships, how they connected, but obviously there are so many places that they could have connected. In 2001, Corey Gamble had just recently graduated from high school, so it's very interesting to see how many influential connections he made at a very, very young age somehow. Before the age of 21, he was on private jets with some of the biggest rappers and athletes. Go to part 2.
And I don't know if he said kill her, but I heard the part about the putting in the car, and that's the same that when Kirk Burroughs wouldn't sign over his rights to Bad Boy, his 25%, that he was threatening to do. Kirk was like, yo, y'all nigga put that nigga in the car and drive him around. So I could see him doing that with the putting in the car stuff, but I don't see him killing her for the article and all that, bro. But the putting her in the car, something like that, I could see him saying that to her.
So that's something that he told the Kirk Burroughs too then?
Yeah, he told Kirk Burroughs that when he was threatening with them baseball bats.
What's the story with that, yo?
I think it was like Kirk had to sign over Bad Boy. He had like 25% of Bad Boy. But for them to get the deal, everything had to be in one lump thing. Like somebody couldn't owe 25%, somebody couldn't owe him for Puff to do the deal. So Kirk had to sign over his shares in order for them to do the deal, which I didn't never understand. It wasn't my business to understand it. But Kirk ended up signing over it back to Diddy with the promise that he was going to get it back once they do the whole thing with Clyde Davis and everything. And Kirk had to be threatened in order to do it. And that was with it was no real baseball bats. You know those mini baseball bats you get from the games back in the day? Those little short baseball bats, they used to give them back in the day when we was growing up. I don't think they do that anymore. You know, so threatened Puff threatened Kirk with that, a couple other dudes, and told me, you're gonna take this long ride or you're gonna give up that percentage of the company.
And that's when Kirk Burroughs, he signed it over, he was scared?
Yeah, he's scared. What else he gonna do?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, to hear that from you, that confirms it. Because when people hear this, they start to believe that, it's being made up and, people going overboard with the lies. But, to hear that from you.
Yeah, I know, bro. That's the whole thing about it is that. But then, some people, they go by faith and other people go by sight. You know what I'm saying? I live by faith, brother. See, nobody believed he was the man that he was until they seen him running down the hall, throwing that little girl against the wall, throwing her on the floor, and start kicking her like she was somebody's soccer ball. They had to see that to believe the evil in him. So when I tell these stories, they don't believe. And some of them, I heard, I'm there. Yo, I have Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. When I come to work, yo, Gene, this what happened. Yo, Gene, did you hear that? Yo, Gene, da-da-da-da-da. I'm looking at this nigga like, for real? Wow. So now everybody think that because I talk about it, that I was a part of it and I saw it. Not everything. Did we have to rough some cats up? Yeah. I'm for that. Back in the day, I'm for that. Whatever. Sue's Rendezvous was gladiator school for me. I love that, especially when dudes start talking that stuff and what they gonna do. That's a younger part of Gene. When we doing them parties, I'm at the front door and dudes are talking that smack, I'm for that. That was a younger Gene. These are just stories of my life. It's a difference. So when Puff did some of those things like that, yeah. But I'm not going to be involved in him hurting somebody's daughter, drugging somebody's daughter, or raping somebody's daughter. Not Gene Deal. I got daughters of my own. I got sisters. No, you're not doing that. So when these guys make up that shit out here on these content creators and want to believe this and say that, you can make your mouth say anything.